So what's up people? Today I'll be running a full top-down analysis on some pairs. We have the GBP-NZD, GBP CAD, and GBP-AUD. So let's start with GBP-NZD. GBP-NZD, as you know how we do our things, top-down analysis. So we start from the 3 months time frame. What are we doing on a 3 month time frame? On 3 month time frame, we are basically marking our key levels, which are the support and resistance. Which are the support and resistance? So we have this level and this level. So we are based on market structure wise. I think if you check my previous video, you will understand why I mark this levels. So on monthly, then we have to go into details of how the market is literally moving. So on monthly time frame, we can see we have a lot of key levels in between this level. But which one should we focus on? Overall, we know the market is coming to this level, but we need to focus on the market structures, which is heading to the upside. So that's how we now our duty now is to interpret what is basically happening here. So on monthly, nothing too much. As you can see, the market is not higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, and higher. Low. So let's go to the weekly. The weekly is where I tend to, go into more details about things. So this is the last structural move, which is an higher high. We have an higher high, and this was an higher low here. And then we are expecting the market to give us, once we get this higher high, we are expecting an higher low to come up this level, to come up this level. So, but unfortunately, we couldn't see that, the market retested this level and it's about to drop, which means it's giving us an head and shoulder pattern. So this is the left shoulder head, and this is the right. So we should expect a drop on GBPSD. So what do we have to do next? Since we interpret what's here, ideally we are supposed to pull to the upside, but we see something that could lead to a reversal, which could also mean a change in trend. So going down to the daily. So on daily, we had this, and which means the head and shoulder looks based on the daily time frame. So looking at this, the market has given us a structural move to the upside as well. So how can we pick our trade here? So this was what we did. Um, and this was the last structural high. So I need to see this being validated, which was here. Let me put my black bar somewhere around there. And here again is an head and shoulder. Not the best picture, but this is an head and shoulder. So I have the text this one, but this is an head and shoulder. So how can we make entry on this? Initially, the market has dropped. I actually got some entry right there, and I've closed out my position. So this is going to be the second entry. The second entry is going to be here. This is it right there. So we need to see a break, pull back, and then we look to short to this side, which has already happened. Then going to the we can use the 1 hour as our entry time frame. We can actually enter based off the 1 hour. So if you have to enter on 1 hour time frame, we need to pick a cell based off what I'm saying here. If let's say the 4 hour, you can see how the 4 hour is doing, the 2 hour. So once we see an engulfing, the 1 hour looks good for entry right now. We can actually enter it, then we target here. Where will our stop loss going to be? Our stop loss going to be in a place where it's going to be more realistic. Ideally, this was where this is where our stop loss should be. So we're risking almost 133 pips to get 200. This is almost ratio 1 to 5. But because I this will be our first TP though. This will be our first TP. Once the market hits here, we move SL to entry. But I think if this is going to be a total reversal, because we don't want to be getting it and getting out. If this is going to be a total reversal, then we should see the markets come here. And the markets might come here and then rally up because you might tend to give us a double bottom right there. I don't know yet. So based on what we are seeing. We can actually pick ourselves. Here we are risking 1 to get 1.5, which is a good risk to reward. So this is the best place to put mine. I know you might be thinking, why can't I just put it just here? You understand? So think about that, but this is the best place to put the stop loss. You understand? So stop loss is going to be then targeting almost up to 1.15. So the next is, this is good for entry. You can actually enter now. I'm on this trade already. GBP card. On GBP card, let me use other this thing, GB card. So right from GB card on the 3 months time frame, you know how we do it. So this is it. So we mark our what, our key level. Where is our key level? This is where we are looking. And then the market. I don't want to go into this of marking all level, but this is the best place to mark. And we are going to be targeting here. You understand? We are going to be targeting here. So the market is pushing to the upside, which we know that the market is getting to 1.6834 for our overall target. And then let's go down to the monthly. Monthly is showing us structural move of higher high and higher low. So let's go into the weekly. The weekly has given us back and a push. Right now we are moving to the upside, but before we consider going to the upside, we have the market is an high, which the market is showing some weeks, and this might lead to reversal. You can see this is the first attempt drop, second attempt drop, and this is the third one, which has given us a bearish. This was a bearish candle. This is a bearish engulfing that engulfed this one. So I just think this is going to be a retracement and then drop. So let's go. So I'll be looking to short GB card right on this spot, but we need to see some things on daily. So right on daily, the first thing we really need to notice is we've got a trend break. This is a trend line break. We've got a trend line break and a retracement, so which is good. And now let me just move this up here a bit. Yeah. So we've got that. And next we are looking for opportunity to short. So where is our best place to short? We need to analyze this move. That's pick a fall. So it's going to be a structure flip. This this lower low, expecting a lower high, but it fails. And then give us an inverse and trigger here. And then the market starts to make some structural move, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Let me use this for better. Let's just analyze this. Higher high. So this is an higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then we're expecting an higher low, higher high. Then it gives us an equal high. So now we've seen a drop, a lower low needs to be followed by a lower high. I hope you understand. So where is the best place to pick our entry from? Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Where is the last structural move? Where is the last structural move? So and the last structural move was here. It's here. So we need to wait for the market to get here. Once the market pull back into this level, we should expect a drop. So probably we might be getting something like a double top. So right here will be our entry, and we will short GBP card. Stop loss needs to come here. We are reaching 62 pips. 62. These are those want to say. What once the candle form, I don't know. The candle might be an engulfing. Probably it will come here, give us an engulfing, and then I don't know. But this is the best place to put our stop loss. So in order not to get premature entry. So we just have to be patient with this. And the last but not the least is going to be GBP. GBP ideally on GBP has been something different. Let me use other broker. So I think I figured the same thing. Gosh, I could actually delete this. So I do pay 3 months as usual. Where is the trend going? The market is literally going to the upside. So then we had this. This is a real level. This is a real level of resistance. This is a real level of resistance. So where is the market going? I've marked where the market is actually heading to. So and the market goes here and started we see some weeks. Let's go into lower time frame in order to put more details into it. So we know if we're actually going up or down. So on the monthly, we see the market is still pushing up. Weekly, I say weekly is where I get to put more meaning into everything. So on weekly, what do we get? We've got a break, retest, and then a push to the upside. So this instruction have a good one for buying opportunity. So let's go into daily. On daily, so on daily, this one we are seeing. I actually got this trade. Our entry was somewhere around here. My bad. Our entry was somewhere around here. So let's go to. I think it was the last 4 hours structural move. That was yes, it was here. It was here, and then first I got in based off this candle. Stop loss was here, and then you're still moving. But right now, I'm out of my position because the market is not giving me a good move any longer. So, based on structural wise, we have a level here as well, which is actually holding on. We've got many attempts, it failed. So, and this was actually the last structural move before it got here, which was here. This was higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We are expecting an higher high, but we failed to create that, and the market dropped. Give us a lower low. It's going to be a lower high for it to drop. It makes more sense on the 4 hour time frame. So we've gotten an higher high, higher low. We're expecting an higher, then it fails. Pull back here, drop here, drop here. This is a reversal pattern. This is an head and shoulder. Not the best picture actually, but this is an head and shoulder. And also it gave us a triple top, triple top, triple top, triple top. So which is also a reversal pattern. So right now on um, GU, right now on GU, let me make this because this was the last. This was the last. Yeah. So I gotta pick this. I don't want to use the mix. I don't use the mix for entries actually. So I think sorry, I said I don't use the body for it. I hope you understand. I don't use the body. I use the wick just to have a good entry. You know. So this is it. I can still use here. I can still use here. I can still use here. Still cool. I can still use here. So on 4 hour, we need to see the market. I don't like this retracement. I want the candle the candle to really feel it. So I will know truly we are dropping. So once we got another probably a double top here, then we might drop. And this will be our first TP. So that's all about that, guys. And I have a trade running on USD. No, I said USD. It was CAD DPY, CAD DPY, and this trade is doing shit. You understand? You know, this was the this is an end that showed down the daily time frame, and then on the 4 hour we got one, and the market has started to create a double bottom. But I already break even on this trade. If you see my break even, I'm cool. I'm cool. There's nothing to do about that. So that's just all about that, guys. Enjoy and expect more content from me. So see you later, guys. See you later, guys. So that's just that, and thank